Well, it's been 5 weeks since I last went car camping, and my plan for this video was to do a very dramatic intro. I was going to show you the room where I was waiting for my operation. I was going to show you me getting ready for the operation. I was even going to show you me after the operation.
Hi everybody, I've just wanted to say hi. I'll be okay, but send money, because money will make me feel better. Thank you everybody. Goodbye. Bye.
And then I was going to end up by showing you a rather fantastic breakfast menu. And my all-day breakfast that was rather fantastic. And then after that I was going to show you some like sad, sorrowful images of me lying in bed. Watching other YouTubers going out. But then the plan would have been to put on some dramatic music and to show me getting out of bed. Walking down the garden, into the garage, and getting all my stuff to go car camping. And again, walking out the garage in slow-mo, carrying the porta potty. And then the final plan would have been to have some extra Transformers Michael Bay level music and some weird kind of shooting up image of me getting ready to go. But I'm lying in bed right now and I don't think I can really be bothered to film all of that and show you it all. So instead, how about we just get in the car and head off. So where we're heading to today is a little village called Shoreham. So Shoreham is in an area where I've done quite a lot of car camps already, namely Ightham, Kemsing, Otford, and it's basically a really nice area and it's very close to home, so very handy for me. So where we're aiming for is a little village car park in Shoreham, which it does appear to be completely free, and importantly on Google it does appear to be quite flat, but we shall see. Basically it's another one of those jobbies where if we can't get in the car park or it's not flat, then I'm sure there's going to be somewhere roadside where we can do a stealthy one. Well, it hasn't taken long and we're going to be there in about 2 minutes time. Just a few windy roads to get through and some humans to avoid. And this is Shoreham. It's a lovely little village. Destination. Yeah, it's just here, or it's just off here somewhere. I believe. So let's go up here, and then let's have a see what this car park's
Reached
like.
your destination.
Well, it's not flat. It's very unflat, it must be said. So I'm instantly not liking this one. That's a shame. I thought this would be a nice park up, but if it's not flat, there's one thing you know about me and car camps. I don't do well when it's not flat at all. Okay, so let's have a look. Well, I've moved to a different part of the car park, but this is still massively unlevel. I think what I'm going to have to do is have a little drive around the village and see if I can find somewhere else more stealthy. But it's such a shame because this is such a nice car park otherwise. But anyway, let's crack on, see what we can find. Well, it took me a while, but I have finally found somewhere to park. I've been randomly driving around country lanes and I've ended up in, I don't really know where I am actually, and I haven't got enough reception to even tell me. But yeah, I think I will probably stay here. I mean, I can go for a little walk, I can have a little explore, and I'll talk a little bit more later about why I'm going to stay here. So yeah, I think in the meantime, let's get the car sorted out and head out for a little walk. Well, as is always the case in transit, everything gets shifted around in the back here. So the plan is I'm going to get everything sorted out. I'm going to put the car into stealth mode. Now, one of the biggest advantages of putting your blackouts on while it's still daylight outside is the simple fact that if you can see light coming around the side of the window, then you know your blackout's not on properly. Now, as you can see here on this back window, there is absolutely no light getting in there whatsoever. So that simply means there's no light getting out either. Okay, so the first things first is to try and work out where I am. We are actually in the village of Halstead, and I had a look on the map and I can see where I am now. I'm not far from somewhere I know called the Pole Hill Garden Centre, and actually there's a car park near there I've once looked at before as well. But I think in terms of now, we're just going to explore the area really. I'm not sure how much footpath there's going to be, but there's plenty to look around. Well, literally just over the road from where I've parked, there is the Halstead cricket field. Now, there is a car park here, as you can see, but there is a sign that says it might be closed between 10 PM and 8 AM, so don't park there overnight. But to be honest, where I am is fine, so it's not too much of an issue. But what I want to do now is see whether or not that little pathway goes anywhere interesting. So Halstead is what you would call a proper small village. Although my reason for going so local tonight was due to my tiredness and not really wanting to drive particularly far to get anywhere, Actually, this has turned out to be what I call a classic village park up for me. I've basically ended up in a small village that I've never heard of before. There's not a lot here, but it is perfect for a little walk around. The only thing it's lacking is a little bit of green and access to fields, but otherwise it has been a perfect little walk. I mean, we've been going for a good hour plus now, so racked up a good few miles, but it is safe to say I think I've now done the entire village. And with that, the rain has started, so I suppose we'd better get back to the car. So this park up is a remarkably safe one, because where I'm on a proper residential road, I've got a car behind me and a car in front of me. So it's safe because I know I'm not going to get hit up the backside, and certainly I've had that fear on some park ups. But I do think it will be a relatively quiet road. I think it is a bit of a through road between the two roads that run parallel. But even then, I'm only hearing one or two cars going past. So I think it is going to be a really nice little spot. And that's what I like about these little stealth village park-ups, in that they do tend to be quite quiet. I mean, I walked for a good, 2-3 miles around the whole area. And it's safe to say there was loads of places where you could have actually stealth camped quite happily. But it is very peaceful and it is very nice. And that's what I mean by this is what I call a perfect village park up for me, because it's a village I would have otherwise never gone to. And in terms of an overnight car camp, it's perfect. I have a couple of hours walking, I come back to the car, and then I chill out in the car. And chilling out in the car is quite an important bit of tonight's car camp, because basically for the past 5 weeks, to be honest, I have done nothing. I have pretty much laid in bed, taken patches out for little half-mile walks every night, but otherwise I've done absolutely nothing. So I kind of know tonight is going to be a very mellow affair, and probably quite an early night, to be honest, because I am feeling tired now already. So I am super happy to be back out again. I mean, 5 weeks in between car camps is far too long. Clearly there was good reasons for that, but nonetheless it is too long. But I think hopefully this might signify a change in where I start going more regularly again. Now, even if that means I'm only doing ones that are really close to home like I am tonight, then so be it. The point is, I'm still seeing new villages, I'm visiting new places I haven't seen before, and I'm getting to take you along for the ride too. I think that's the thing. I don't really care where I go, as long as I get to go out somewhere and just have that little break, because it's the little break that is so good for car camping and just relaxing and chilling out and having pot noodles. So just to prove the fact that I am being healthy, even though I'm having a mighty mugshot pot noodle, I have actually prepared a bit of chicken and vegetable here. That will go quite nicely with the noodles in the bowl. So even though everybody on my last video said I was going to have to give up the old pot noodles, well, I'm not. I mean, in terms of my diet and what I'm eating, it has dramatically changed, and I actually am back on calorie counting as of this week. But no, I am healthy eating now, and I am doing a lot of stuff different, and I have a lot of reason to. I won't go into it in this video, you've seen it all on the last one. But the way it works with pot noodles is there's a lot of stuff I've taken out of my diet already, but the reality is I only go car camping 2-3 times a month, and they are the only times I have a pot noodle. And to be honest, you can't go car camping without having a pot noodle, in my opinion. And basically that leads me nicely on to something else I mentioned on the last video. What I am going to start doing within my videos is I am going to start doing a comment bit, mainly because what I've found is that when I ask for comments, I really like the fact when people do comment. I like the interaction, and actually I've done this same speech on 3 car camps before, but I've always edited it out. I've never kept it in. So the fact I kept it in on the last one and so many people commented was fantastic. So I'm going to carry on doing it. And for this week's car camp comment quiz, what is your absolute can't go car camping without meal? Or van camping? Van camping, car camping. For me, as you know, it's pot noodles. What about you? What can you not car camp or van camp without? Well, that might just be a mugshot, but it is bloody nice. Here's your rain, HB. It's finally made it here. It's funny, I find the thing with the sounds of rain on roof is that it's quite a Marmite thing as far as car campers and van campers are concerned. Some, like me, absolutely love it and think it's just the most relaxing thing ever, whereas others will absolutely hate it. The only downside of where I am, there is absolutely no reception at all for anything. But to be honest, that's not too much of a bad thing really, because it means all I can do is lie here and literally relax and do nothing. Literally nothing. I can't watch YouTube, TikTok, anything. So all I've got is the relaxing sounds of the rain on the roof. And clearly having this fixed makes a world of difference now. It's like my own little mini aircon system right on my face, because it is surprisingly hot tonight. That's the weird thing about the minute. You would think it would be getting cold. Well, it's supposed to be getting cold next week, I believe, but certainly I think this might have I might have just got in there for the last warm one before the cold season starts. So at the moment I have absolutely loads of videos that I am waiting to make. I've got one video which is a product review because a company has sent me something. Now I don't accept products an awful lot. To be honest, I turn down most, but I only ever accept the ones that I think that actually are items that I can actually use on a car camp. So the items came this week and they actually do have the potential to be rather fantastic for cold weather car camping. So I will probably do a little 5-minute video of them next week potentially, or the week after. So that's coming. But I also need to do a little fun video about my first troll. Yes, I had my first troll on my channel. A lot of you might not have seen it. It is hiding on a short somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where it is because I do want to make a little muck around video of my first troll. So that was fun. And what else have I got? I want to do what I'm calling the ultimate solo solo stealth camper setup. Now what the point of that video is, it will be to basically show you everything I've got, everything I've bought, and give you the links to where they were. So there is never a shortage of videos for me to do. Well, it must be said, it is fantastically quiet here. You can literally hear nothing. In fact, the quiet is so loud, it hurts my ears, if that makes sense. But I can certainly feel the temperature dropping now. It certainly feels quite chilly in the car. Not cold enough to use my blanket. I did take my blanket, which is down there, in case I needed it. But it's not that cold. It's still fine to be managed by this. So yeah, I reckon we'll have a good night of sleep. And I will see you all in the morning. So until then, night-night. It's safe to say there are a good few things that I learnt last night. Firstly, I learnt that at 3 o'clock in the morning I did need my blanket, and at 5 o'clock in the morning I did need my jumper. Yep, it was freezing last night, so I am glad I took all those bits with me. Secondly, I should have taken those products that I've got to review or to use, because they would have been extremely useful last night. 3, basically, I think I've realised that all those times in the past where I thought I'd had a bad night's sleep because of the park up, actually it's not the park up, it's my sleep issue. Because last night was fantastically quiet. I mean, dead quiet. I'm on a mostly flat surface, but I still woke up a good few times during the night. So I think that's actually me rather than the park up. 4, I've learned it doesn't matter if my blackout curtain is exposed in the morning, because clearly no light's going to escape because it's daylight. And the 5th thing I've learned is that even in my dreamland, there are still selfish people that let their dogs crap all over the floor. There was a Yorkshire Terrier living in this porch, and it was coming out and it was crapping everywhere. Someone had trodden in it. And yeah, doesn't matter where you go, real life, dreamland, people let their dogs poop everywhere. Actually, what's rather cool as well is that when I first woke up this morning, I had a look outside at the windscreen and it was completely covered in condensation. But it's now a couple of hours later, the sun has come out, and look, the condensation has completely and utterly dried up. What I actually did yesterday was something that I've been wanting to do in 2 years of car camping, but have never actually done yet. And that was literally go for a drive and park up anywhere where I can find a space. And that's 100% what I did last night, and it shows it can be done quite easily. And where I am now is somewhere I've never been before. I've never even heard of Halstead, let alone been to Halstead. So the fact that I've just randomly driven around the country roads, come to a village, found a space, which was a good space actually. The reason why I parked here was because I could see there's garages on that side and there's a massive hedge outside the house on that side, so I knew it would be extra stealth as well because there'll be no one overlooking me. And it certainly paid off because, like I say, last night was a fantastically quiet night's sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try this more often in the future. It certainly adds a little bit more fun to the car camps for me, not knowing where you're going to park up, not knowing the area, exploring new places. It really was quite cool. Well, normally when it comes to the morning on a car camp, I have my coffee and then I head out for either a run or a walk. But I still can't run at the minute, mainly because of this. It is still a little bit tender and swollen still, so running is still off the cards, and I pretty much walked the whole of the village last night. So to be honest, I'm going to pretty much end the video here. I'm going to finish my coffee and I'm going to scoot off. So until next time, take care. Well, I can't end a video without doing the morning reveal. So I've combed my hair, I've de-stealthified the car, we've got all the blackouts off. It is a fantastic day outside. It is actually really hot in the car. But now for the fabled open the car door and show you outside in 3, 2, 1. So I have ended the video in a more traditional way with the morning reveal, and in a true me style, the ultimate end shot is me in the front seat about to start the car and go home. So for the second time, until next time, take care.